Hey angels, Miss Quiet Queen. Welcome back once again. Well, this is a long-awaited video on numbers and numerology. Many of you have written me and email me and ask a lot of questions. I get so many questions on numbers. And I wanted to think on that. I wanted to study on it and research. I knew a lot about it, numbers, but I don't feel like I'm, well versed on it. There are others that are more well versed on numerology. But let me just first say a few things. The Christians believe that it's of the devil, and it's just not true. Everything in our lives is numbers. Life is mathematics. Mathematics is life. From our DNA to the words we speak to the 72 names of God, everything about us has some type of numeric value to it. And many of you ask me, you say, Queen, I see these numbers all the time. Some of you say you see the number 333. Some of you see the number 1112 all the time. Some of you see sevens and nines and different things all the time, and sometimes at specific times each day. And you ask, is there a reason? And quite simply, I can just say one word and go home. And let you shut the video down. And that is, yes, there is a reason for it. You have to figure out what that reason is. Now, I can give you some ideas. I'm not saying my ideas is law, but I want you to go and research it. Never take anybody's word for anything. You need to research it on your own. So let me get right into it. We have 4 core numbers in our lives. Now, the meanings, there are hidden meanings in numbers. There are secret meanings in numbers. I talked to you about your secret name and your semi-secret name. If you pay close attention, angels, you will hear the formula to figure out your semi-secret name. I can't just come right out and tell you, because there's some people that may have ill intent, and I don't want that on my conscience. So if you can figure it out, if that person that has ill intent figures it out, it's different, because I'm not coming right out and saying it. Anyway, that's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. But we have 4 core numbers in our life. We have a destiny number, which is, you get that number by your date of birth. There's your soul path number, which is derived by the vowels in your name. Then there's the inner self number, which is derived by the consonants in your name. And then there's your expression number, which is derived by the value of each letter in your name. For example, if you were to, now this is based on the English language, the English alphabet. We have 26 letters in our alphabet. Now, some languages have less or more than our 26 letters. So this is only going by our 26-letter alphabet. So you write it out like this, and you will number them. And so you will find your name, and if your name starts with the A, then you'll put a 1. You'll write your whole name out, and then you'll put a 1. If your name has an I in it, you'll put a 9. If it has an S in it, you put a 19. And then you go across, and you add it up, and you will break it down. You will reduce it to the lowest number. Fractions, junior high fractions. But anyway, unless you have a master numbers. Now, master number are numbers like 11, 22, and 33. Those are master numbers. You don't need to reduce those down. You don't reduce down master numbers. Now, this video, like I said, is on the hidden knowledge of numerology and numbers and the secrets. The secrets in numbers. I cannot tell you everything in one video, so I'm going to do another series. I haven't done a series in a while, so this will be my new number series and the hidden knowledge in numbers. So as I was saying about master numbers, you don't break those down. Those are very powerful numbers, and I'm not going to get into that right now. So remember, you have the destiny. Your core numbers are the destiny number derived by your date of birth, soul path, inner self, and your expression. I already told you how to find the expression, but let me show you how to do your destiny number. And that's your homework, okay? The way you find out your destiny number, and your destiny number is simply what you're destined to do in this life. Okay, and it has a strong meaning. Your destiny number is probably the most important number of all of the numbers on your birth chart, because it is a number that you can't change. You can't change your destiny number. It's impossible, because your destiny number is calculated by your date of birth. Now, all your other numbers is calculated by your name, and your name can change with adoption, marriage, personal choice. If you change your name, those can change, and that matters, that counts. But your destiny number will never ever change. Say, for example, you were born on October the 9th, 1960, and I did the breakdown. This is what I want y'all to do as your homework. Okay, October 9th, 1960 is when you were born. And then you will break it all down. You will add them together, and you come up with 1960. Okay, see how I did it? And then you will break down to 1979. The 1 and the 9 is 10. Okay, and then 7 and the 9 is 16, and then when you add the 10 and the 16 together, you add 28. So all together, all of this number right here is 28 is the number. So you want to reduce it. So when you I shouldn't say 28, it's 26. So when you reduce the 26, what you do is you add the 2 plus the 6, and that equals 8. So that means if you were born October 9th, 1960, your destiny number is 8. Now, in this video, I'm not going to get into all of the destiny numbers and everything, but since I did that one, I'll go ahead and say you will be your number is it's an authoritative number, and you be good in like bankers or a retailer or a manufacturer doing fundraisers and things like that. Also, I'm going kind of fast. I have notes and stuff all over the place, but I wanted to tell y'all. Okay. All right, so that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about as far as the secret knowledge and numbers. And I absolutely love numbers. Now, my friend Kimmy, she's one of my subscribers too. She's also a good friend of mine. Hey, girl. She's really into numbers as well, and she's teaching me a lot. And I wanted to tell you about magic squares. I'm going to leave you with this story, and it is a true story. Thousands of years ago, there's an emperor. His name was Wu. Emperor Wu, before he was emperor, was working out in a river. Him and his crew saw a big-ass tortoise. So they looked at this tortoise, and they looked at it, and I don't know why they thought it was odd. But as they were looking at it and examining it, they noticed this group of numbers on the shell of this tortoise. And they couldn't figure out why was there so many numbers on this tortoise. And as he done more, he was intrigued. So as he done more and more research, which this I think is the reason why he was made emperor, because he was so fascinated with this magic square that it gave him authority. They promoted him to that emperor's position, among other things. So I noticed that this magic square of numbers was very intriguing, and you can use it to your benefit if you understand how to use it. If you call on the right energies and you know how to do this. Okay, now let me explain to you what a magic square is. This is what it looks like, okay? If you were to see how these numbers I have right here, if you add up this number horizontally, vertically, diagonally, they will add to the same number all the time. This number is 65. So if you were to take all these numbers and add it this way across, it'll be 65. Diagonal, it'll be 65. And there's a power in that. So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you one. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Okay, I'm so sorry. This is what I want you to do. You might want to write this down. Stop your thank you. Stop your camera right now and get a pen. Okay? So write these numbers down. Horizontally, I want you to write them in horizontally. 4, 9, 2. Underneath that, put 3, 5, 7. So the 3 should be under the 4, the 5 should be under the 9, the 7 should be under the 2. Then put 8 under the 3, 1 under the 5, and 6 under the 7. So your numbers are 4, 9, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 1, 6. Okay? I want you to add that up horizontally, vertically, and diagonally and see what number you come up with. And if you come up with the number, leave a comment or inbox me and tell me what number you came up with. But I just find that very, very interesting. And the number 357, I dream about that number so much. And a few times over the years, it fell in the number for me. I also, before I shut this video down, because it's getting kind of long, I wanted to tell you a couple of meanings about some numbers. Like, for example, the number 7 is a spiritual number. Number 7 has a lot to do with your spirit. True spirit. If you see the number 7 a lot, when you guys say you see 11-12 or 11-11 or 21-21 all the time, what I want you to do from here on out is stop what you're doing if possible. I'm not saying if you're driving down the street to stop in the middle of the street, but if whenever possible, pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to what you just thought, what your last thought was, what your last conversation was. Pay attention to how you feel. When you hear numbers and you see numbers like that all the time, angels, it is your angels or your ancestors trying to give you a message. Somebody's trying to tell you something. Pay attention. They could even be trying to give you your lucky numbers. Pay attention. All right? So if you see the number 7, that means true spirit. It's something about your spirit at that particular point that you need to know. 3 means creativity. So you're being very creative when you see a lot of 3s. You might be trying to get a message of creativity or how to answer a problem that you've been having or something like that. Now I want to talk about the number 9. I'm going to let you guys go. The number 9 always fascinated me because the number 9 represents completion. And for those of you who are seeing the number 9 a lot, think about something that is completed or something that you need to be done with. It could be a relationship. It could be a long disagreement that you have with somebody. And something is compelling me to tell you, for those of you that are in a long, drawn-out argument or disagreement with somebody, let it go. You be the bigger person to say, you know what? I forgive it. I forgive myself first, because forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. You have to forgive in order for you to relax and be more spiritual. You cannot operate on any type of high frequency to meet any kind of spirit guide when you have so much drama in your life. So if you're seeing the number 9, you need to complete whatever it is you need to complete. Or it could be that you're done with something. Just look at your own self and your own situations. Now, let me tell you something else about the number 9. If you take the number 9, angels, and multiply that number by any number to 1 through 9, and you multiply, pick any number from 1 to 9 and multiply it by the number 9, take the answer that you get and reduce it, you will always come up with the number 9. For example, 9 times 3 is 27. 2 plus 7 is what? 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 times 9 is, you get the point? So, whatever number you multiply by 9, you will reduce the answer and you will always come up with the number 9. That is because the number 9 is the number of completion. After 9, there's really no other numbers. I know some people say 10, but in the true numerology, 9 is the last number. All right, so this ends part 1 of the hidden secrets in numbers, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I shed some light on that. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below, and please rate, subscribe, and share this video, and let everyone know I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you, and as always, my angels, stay in the light.